Good morning. God has granted us another beautiful Monday. It's Mercy Monday. That's what I'm calling it, Mercy Monday. I'm thanking God for his mercy this morning, and I pray that his grace and his love has been showered on you and that you are encouraged this day in the Lord. Our red door read comes to us from the book of Lamentations chapter 3, verses 21 to 23. The writer, the one talking, is one Jeremiah. Little Jerry was called as a teenager to serve God. He was of a naturally soft and sensitive spirit, but God chose him because he could feel the pain that God was feeling. I'm here to tell somebody this morning, you might not feel equipped based on how God made you to do his will, but God made you because you fit his puzzle perfectly. Your makeup, your mentality, your temperament is designed to do something for God. You ought to ask him to show you what that is. Jeremiah had that temperament, but it cost him great pain. He was a young man. Ellen White says he was pierced through and through by the mocking and derision of those whose conversion he was after. Jeremiah suffered. He was put down in a well and left there to die. And Jeremiah endured great privation just trying to do the Lord's will. And when you read the book of Lamentations, you feel his suffering and his pain. It is palpable, especially in those first two poems, chapters 1 and 2. But then in verse 3, chapter 3, Jeremiah opens a window on the goodness of God. He says, these things have happened to me, verse 19, and my misery is with me. It's like gall and wormwood. But this I recall to mind, and therefore have I hope. What do you bring back to mind, Jeremiah? It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. It speaks to me this morning and says to me that one of the best uses, the highest use of memory, is to remember the goodness of God. You should call to mind the things. I know you keep up with dates. I know you keep up with names. You never forget where you need to go and what you need to do. But do you remember the goodness of God? Memory is for the goodness of God. Jeremiah says, I deserve to be consumed. We were headed into Babylonian captivity. We deserve to be consumed. But let me tell you something. If God leaves life, God leaves hope. There was just a little remnant of us that were left. And while there, we suffered many things. But he promised restoration and he promised judgment. The judgment came, but then he brought restoration. God is saying to us, it's not because of anything that you did that you're still around. It is because my compassions held. My mercies didn't give way. When you gave up, I didn't give way. God says, where I leave life, I leave hope. Not only that, Jeremiah uses this word that his compassions have not failed. That word is the original language is the word womb. What it's saying in a sense is that God is like a mother who wakes up every day and knows my baby needs fresh food. Yesterday's food won't do. My baby needs fresh power. Power from yesterday won't do. My baby needs fresh resistance to the pull of the enemy. Yesterday's power won't do. He needs fresh stores of mercy and grace to make it. And God says, I dust it off every day. I bring you something brand new because you need me today like you've never needed me before. Great is your faithfulness.